Next up, 704. State of New York from Armis and Sidwood. Computer stolen in 2015.
Okay, let's see here that I see here that both defendants are pleading guilty in order to get the plea deal. Let's hear from you, Attorney Ramsey.
Thank you, Judge. My name is Attorney Gecko Ramsey Esquire III, and I'm here representing Nicholas Stash Armis. My client is guilty, but only guilty of being desperate for money, which all men are. He was roped into stealing a computer by Miss Jessica Squidward, and I'm here to prove his innocence.
Mr. Armis, is that true?
Yes, Your Honor. I'm a good man, and that was my idea, and I needed the money.
Well, you believe I should reduce your sentence because you need the money? We all need money, sir.
I will never do it again, Your Honor, and I am gone straight.
This case is utterly ridiculous. That is not how the justice system works. You can't just say, sorry, I'll be good, promise.
Ms. Livensworth, why don't you address the court your defendant's case?
My client, Miss Squidward, and Mr. Armis have known each other since high school. He was always a hooligan.
I object.
Sustain. Go on.
My client was dating a gentleman named Mr. Magoo.
Ha. Gentlemen, the infamous mobster, Babaloo Magoo.
Stop interrupting me. As I was saying, my client was dating Mr. Magoo. She was very devoted, some say even bewitched by him.
What does that have to do with this case?
She believed him when he said there was a computer with information on it that could put him away for life.
Miss Squidward, is that true?
Well, he was scared. He knew what was on it, witnessed testimony of him making a trade. Bubba could be a great guy. I didn't want to see him put away for something wasn't that bad.
So what happened?
Well, I was having drinks with Stash.
Mr. Armis, she means.
Well, we call him Stash anyway. I was telling him about Bubba's situation, and he reminded me that we went to high school with a cop involved, and maybe we could break into his office and see if he had the computer.
Complete hearsay. They both knew Officer John. She and Officer John used to be engaged. She did not need to tell Stash that John was involved in the Magoo investigation.
Yes, Miss Squidward did date Officer John many years ago.
So she likes the cops and the robbers, huh?
Push your silly little judgments aside, Gecko, you ridiculous man. That was way out of line.
Order on the court.
So Mr. Armis convinced me to call up John meet up for old time's sake, and while we were catching up, Stash would watch the office and see if he had the computer when he wasn't working a shift.
I'm sorry. Why would Stash want to help you and your thug boyfriend?
Stash always looked up to Bubba. He wanted to be one of his guys. You know what I mean.
This is a real he said, she said situation. Let's call on the first witness, Officer John.
Do you promise to tell the whole truth, about the truth, help you God?
Yes, I do.
Your first witness, Ramsey.
Thank you, Judge. Officer John, Where were you on the night of December 31st, 2015?
I'm controlling the police station.
On New Year's Eve, sir, you didn't ask for that night to go off and party?
Someone called in sick.
You wasn't supposed to work that night.
Don't say anything about your knowledge of his whereabouts. You'll incriminate yourself.
I see they're gonna make this one easy on me. So Officer John, were you alone?
I was with my canine partner, Chopper.
So tell us about the computer being stolen.
I was looking at the camera footage.
Officer, when you say footage, do you mean security camera footage?
I saw two people run away with my computer. Chopper caught them.
Officer, do you see those two people in this virtual courtroom today?
Yes. That's Harmis and Jessica.
You mean Miss Squidward?
Yep.
Your witness, Livingsworth?
Officer John, do you still love my client, Miss Jessica Squidward?
Yes, I do.
Even after she left you for Bubba Lou Magoo.
I object.
Miss Livensworth, I don't understand your line of questioning.
I'm trying to establish that Officer John knows Miss Squidward's heart. Officer John, do you blame Mr. Armis or Jessica for stealing your computer?
Harmis is a troublemaker.
I object.
Overruled. Let's move on to the next witness.
Next witness is Emma Armit. Do you promise whole truth about the truth? Hope you got.
I do.
Miss Livensworth, your witness.
Why are you here today, Mrs. Armis? To tell us about your husband?
My ex-husband.
Mom, we're not divorced yet.
Not divorced yet.
What would you like to say to Mr. Armis?
Nicholas, what's wrong with you? The kids and I, we need you and we're counting on you.
Does Mr. Armis have trouble making good decisions? Does he have bad judgment?
Sometimes he's not really a bad man, but he sure does get himself into trouble a lot.
I see. Thank you, Miss Armis.
Especially when he hangs out with Jessica.
No further questions.
I didn't do it. It wasn't my idea.
Stop blaming other people, Jessica.
Order in the court.
I wouldn't talk. Don't forget how you were in high school.
Emma, take me back. I love you.
Order in the court. Counsel, get your clients under control or I'll hold you in the contempt of court.
Say it, Jessica. What do you know about me in high school?
I know about the whole football game and the principal's wife and the whole situation.
You don't know what you're talking about.
Is that right?
Enough! Miss, I'm holding you in the contempt of court. Miss Squidward, you can have a few more nights in jail to learn the appropriate courtroom behavior.
Judge, no, please. She's under a lot of stress. She will get herself under control. Isn't that right, Jessica?
Yes, I am sorry. I just know Emma's out to get me.
Excuse me, Judge. New piece of evidence in the court.
What is it?
It's marriage license application
What does that have to do with this case?
for Ramsey and Sherwood.
Marriage license application for Ramsey and Squidward. What the?
Hey. Now wait, I'm gonna explain this, okay? Yes. Miss
Yes,
Squidward and I are
please.
in love. We're engaged. We plan to be wed, but that's not going to affect my work.
Wait, aren't you Nicholas's lawyer and aren't you trying to blame Jessica?
Yes, that's true. But Jessica is who she is, and she has stolen my heart.
Mistrial, Your Honor, mistrial.
Okay, mistrial. Mr. Armis and Miss Squidward are free to go.
What about my computer?
I have it in evidence. I'll give it back to you.
What about us, Jessica?
Sorry, lawyers make more than cops.
Hey, Pastor John, do you want to get coffee with me? I love dogs.
Yeah.
Nick, I will see you at home.
You can take me back?
You knew I would. The key is under the mat where it's always been.
Okay, now I'm moving on to the next case. Okay, now I'm moving on to the next case.
Thank you, Emma.
Yeah.
All right. Woo!